Hello everyone, and welcome to another video on the topic of miniature airplanes. Today I'm gonna try to talk about limited edition models and how limited they genuinely are, because I found out that some of these models are just have the word limited on the box, but when in fact, they're not even close to being limited. They're all over the place. And I'm gonna start by showing you these Aviation 400 models. They all come with these serial number tags. They all, tell you they're limited to specific number. Let's see this one. This one's supposed to be number 232 out of 264. Now, I wanted to do a little experiment, so I bought this one, and then I tried to hunt down as many of these as possible just so I can see how limited they are. So I ended up buying 9 of them, which is a bit weird for a model that's supposed to be limited to 264 pieces. I'm now left with 3 of them. I had to sell the other ones because it was just too crazy. In fact, with one of them I had a very weird surprise of finding not one, but 2 different limited edition tags. One 055, the other one 067. I don't know. It's pretty obvious that this is just a scam. That you just put the limited edition small card inside, and people will just jump for it. This entire series is like that. They're all limited. This entire series basically has a card inside telling you that it's limited to, depending on the model, 200 or let's see, this Ladeco is, oh no, this is a TMA cargo. This is supposed to be limited to 360 pieces. As you can see, it says this should be 098. But after doing a little bit of research on the internet, I found out that pretty much everyone has them, and they're always available for sale. So yeah, that's Aviation 400 for you. At least they're honest about their new series. At least these ones don't have the limited edition thing on them. At least they're honest with this series. I bought quite a few of these, but even these are widely available. So basically, if you wanna buy Aviation 400 models, don't sweat it. Easy to find. Maybe there might be 1 or 2 models that people just don't want to sell, which is the case with most models nowadays. Right. Moving over to what's next. Oh, Dragon Wings. Another nice little trick they use is selling them in metal tins. Again, they would have the word limited editions added to their description, so people fall for it. Again, anything that's Dragon Wings and comes in a metallic tin, very easy to find. No problem. I had no problems buying them. So yeah. What should we talk about next? Herpa. Herpa seems to be good at keeping their models limited. They in my experience, they very rarely cross the 1,000 mark. I don't know. I'll give you an example. This split livery, Continental and Alitalia livery. You see, it clearly says number 0514 out of what usually is 1,000. I mean, with Herpa, they don't really go over 1,200, 1,000 maybe. If anyone knows anything about Herpa's way of limiting their models, please comment and please give me some tips, because no one seems to know anything. Everyone just assumes or just follows the websites, and that's what I usually get, 1,000 or 1,200 tops. But yeah, they're very good at limiting them. I mean, with Herpa, I found out that if you see limited edition on a Herpa box, that means it will be hard to find. You need to be really lucky to find some of these models. And another big problem with Herpa is their Herpa Airport series, the like these small figures here. This kit took me. I hunted this down for about 2 years. No one wants to sell these, which makes them pretty rare. Not because I don't know, they were generally like very limited, but just because people don't want to sell them. And once they're off these plastic holders, that's it. They're done. You can't really sell them. Well, you know, it's not. Chances are you'll lose one of them, so it's not a 32 set. It's not a piece of limited edition kit anymore. So yeah, again, gangways. They have reissued these several times. This is a 6-piece set. The ones that are very easy to find are the 5-piece set that have, I don't know, recently been released. And also another big problem are the Herpa departure halls. The side building, the corner piece is hard to find, and the main buildings. Again, not because they're generally limited, but it's usually because people need loads of these. I mean, imagine building a miniature airport. You buy the basics, you buy one of each, but then you want to expand. You're obviously going to need to expand your main building, so you're going to have to buy another one of these. So these are just, you know, hard to find, but they usually go. If you find them on eBay, they will probably be gone. If it's an auction, you will see people fighting over it. There will always be a lot of bidding on items like these, because people just want to expand their miniature airports. It's as simple as that. Tugs, pretty easy to find, especially because they keep reissuing them. I mean, I bought this simple, just basic set, easy to find. What else? Basically anything that comes like in boxes like these. Any manufacturer that you never heard of and looks accurate, like this IXO models, Airbus A340 from Virgin. I've done a little bit of research on this, and apparently it was done for Virgin, so it makes it limited. But I bought it for quite cheaply actually. It said that whoever was selling it had no idea it's collectible. Must have thought, you know, it's a toy. I think it was one of those on-board sales. I think it was made specially for Virgin, and it was selling them on board the aircraft or some anniversaries, something like that. Vehicles. Oh, now this is interesting. These are very hard to find. I bought this box with mixed trucks, buses, and everything. I was lucky. I was very lucky, because these are very hard to find. At least in my experience, it's not easy to find vehicles, because Herpa didn't really focus on reissuing these kits every year. What else? Yeah, special livery aircraft. Obviously, you'll have aircraft like this Tommy 747 from Japan Airlines. Anything that comes in the Disney livery is usually either hard to find or very pricey, because people just they just don't want to sell them. I assume it's one of those things where people would prefer to sell just their basic livery aircraft than these special livery ones. And another very interesting thing I found is that for some very weird reason, the Russian aircraft are always harder than usual than your regular Boeings and Airbuses to find, and they're usually much more expensive. I mean, I wouldn't expect you to find this, for instance, this Aram Air Tupolev 154 on eBay every day of the week. Maybe once every couple of months, which is why I always grab these Russian aircraft. As soon as they pop on eBay, I'm gonna jump on them and buy them if I can, if it makes financial sense. I mean, I won't go over certain limits that I've set for my budget. Another very interesting set from Herpa is this Christmas set. These are quite hard to find. I managed to buy 2 of them. This is the 2005 Christmas edition, and I've also got the 2001 edition. Again, 4 models inside. I actually bought these. Someone had quite a few of these for sale. I assume he was just trying to sell his entire collection to get some money, because I think there was 6 of them available, but I only won 2 auctions. There was a huge fight for these, and it makes sense because I think they were issued for Herpa Club members. So they must be very limited. Dragon Wings. Now with Dragon Wings, I wouldn't bother. I have to go back to Dragon Wings because they're all over the place, especially these Project Runway ones that I don't know. It must be either the small piece of airport map they give you, which is horrible. It's very thick cardboard. They're very hard to align. So I just bought them because I really wanted to have them in my collection, but they're widely available. You can find them any day of the week. If you just go online, you'll find them. Everyone has them up for sale. Another Russian Russian-built Tupolev 154, but this is the Polish government version. I assume most Polish collectors would want to have this, and I don't know how limited this is, but I don't see it on the internet too often. So I bought it, and since I bought it, I've never seen another one on eBay. At least not on eBay UK. Maybe you can find it easier in other countries, but in my experience, they're not that easy to find. Now, one model that I've been hunting down for a very long time, and I can honestly say this is genuinely a Gemini Jets limited edition model, and Gemini Jets are very good. They're very good at limiting their models. If it says limited edition, it genuinely, at least I feel like they're genuinely limited, because this Libyan air cargo Antonov 124, I feel like I got very, very lucky with it. I feel like this is one of those models that you see it popping up on eBay, and you're hoping and praying that no one's gonna see it. And I did have to bid against 2 other collectors, but I eventually decided to pay the extra money and just outbid everyone. I really wanted it to be part of my collection, and I was lucky enough to get it. Now, Gemini Jets also have sets like these, like this one. It says limited edition, but they're very easy to find. I don't know what makes them so limited edition, but I can see one of these on eBay at least twice a month. I don't know, so I don't know. I guess it's not that limited after all. The older Gemini Jets, this one for instance is a Britannia Airways, a 737 with a 707. You can't really find these. Again, I was lucky. The box is slightly damaged, but the models inside are okay. If you can find any of these, just buy them. Just buy this set. It's quite hard to find. I expect this to become quite rare pretty soon. Another thing the Dragon Wings does is kits like this one, where they promise you part of a miniature hangar. You'll have a hard time completing it because the other aircraft are very hard to find. This 707, for instance, is easy to find, no problem. But the other 2, I found that they're quite tricky. Another limited edition set from Gemini Jets. Is this again a British Airways one. again, I think, I mean, in my experience, I've seen it quite often on eBay. I have to say, not that limited to me. Might be in some parts of the world, but in the UK, you can find them very easily. I don't know. I'm not a true expert, but I've seen it quite a few times on eBay. Now, again, airport accessories, lights. You can find them, no problem, but their prices go up almost every 6 months because, again, people need more and more and more. I mean, I've only got this one box, but if I had to buy the correct number for my miniature airport, I would have to have at least another 8 sets of 10. It's just I didn't want to waste time on these, but eventually when I'm gonna establish my final design for my airport, I will need more of these. Again, easy to find, but you have to pay the price. It's one of those things where if you need it, just buy it. Just, you have no choice, because it's not gonna. You can't wait for the prices to go down on these, because they never will. Basically, if it involves a miniature airport and you want accessories, just buy whatever you can find. Don't waste time. Don't wait just because you want something cheaper. Chances are you won't get it. Anything that comes in boxes like these, just buy them. Just buy them. I think they're rare because I've only got two. I've got this this YS11 and then another British Airways 747. Not easy to find. I was lucky enough to find one not in the collectibles section, but in the toys section, which is something you should all do. Just pop into the toys section of eBay. You might find, that's what I found, both of these. I found this British, quite nice. I mean, it gives you like a stand, I don't know, piece of an apron. It has a very interesting design as well on the box. These are quite rare, if you ask me. If there's anyone out there who can correct me on that, I'm more than happy to accept that I was wrong. I just don't see models like this one on eBay that often. Back to Herpa. I don't know what they're doing for the excuse me, about the 400s scale, but they're very hard to find. I mean, I don't know. They started with the 500 scale. That's fine. You can find pretty much anything except for the ones that were melted. But these two in the 400 scale, this Aeroflots 777 and the Brussels Airlines, I don't think I've seen any others for sale. I don't know. Could it be because they were I don't know, issued for it does say limited edition, but again, you have a number here, 00528. Could be 1,000 pieces, could be 1,200. I have no idea. If anyone knows their exact numbers, or if there's a source where you can find all the different manufacturers and their and the way they limit their series, I would be very happy to have that information, because at least I would know what to buy. Again, now Aero Classics, they're not that easy to find. I've got two of these, but that's because I love Tarom, and I really wanted to have these two Polevs. It took me, I think I bought the first one 3 years ago, and I found another one 1 year later, so again, not impossible to find, but quite rare. just to go back to Dragon Wings now, don't fall for these tricks. Dragon Wings, easy to find. Don't worry if you think that just because it has a special livery, it's gonna be hard to find. No, Dragon Wings are all over the place. If you don't apply a filter to your search on eBay, you'll probably get miles after miles of just Dragon Wings, and that's what I do. If I just put in the 400 scale search term, I end up with the first couple thousand being Dragon Wings, and I hate that. It's just there's too much Dragon Wings out there. So you're gonna near China. You think it's a special one? No, very easy to find. 15 quid, easy. In-flight 500. They're usually limited, but some of like this Sterling, for instance, you can find the entire 5-piece collection very easily. Sometimes in one batch or separately. In-flight 500 never gave me any problems. If you need anything from In-flight 500, you can find it. Just wait it out. It's usually a matter of weeks. Now, Phoenix models. I don't know. I have no idea. I desperately wanted this Tarom 737. I have no idea if they were limited. It does say limited edition. When they came out, I don't want to be wrong here, I think it was about a year ago, so 2015 sometime. I bought it for the for what, about £30. That's because I wanted one. Basically Tarom. If it's Tarom, I will buy it. I don't care about the price. I just wanted it. I have no idea. I have no idea, because then I bought this the Wizz Air in the new livery. Again, Phoenix models. Again, easy to find if you're willing to pay the price. If you want to wait for a cheaper one to come out, that's up to you. I didn't want to wait, so I went ahead and bought them. They're usually easy to find. I don't know. In my experience, I've had no problems finding anything from Phoenix models, and they. I don't really know them as a manufacturer. I have no idea if there's models made by Phoenix models that are very rare. You will find that some aircraft are harder to find, especially if they're rare in the real life, like the Beluga. This is usually hard to find. You don't really see it pop up on eBay for sale. I was lucky. I found this one, perfect condition. I just paid the price. I just wanted to have it. And I should have the other Beluga. Yeah, never mind. Another limited edition Convair. I don't know. Please, if you know anything about the way these manufacturers limit their models, if there is a rule, or if just please leave comment or give me a link to a video if you know anyone who's done videos on this before. I really want to know what the system is, because everything, it seems to me like Dragon Wings all over the place, Aviation 400 all over the place. Herpas are usually hard to find, except with some of them it gets trickier. And another very interesting thing is that they keep reissuing. So you'll have, let's say this one, which is a Lufthansa Airbus A300. If you go on these on specialized websites for collectors, you'll find that there's a first edition, a second edition, a third edition, a fifth edition, a sixth edition. Now that's just too much for me. I'm not going to buy all 6 different releases. I'm not going to buy all of them. I just need one. I mean, yeah, with some of them, if you do your research, you'll find that the second edition has a revised livery, or I don't know, some of the doors were not painted correctly, or I don't know, the registration was wrong. It's just tricky. It's up to you. You will have to choose which one to have. If you want to go for all 6 of them, if you want to have 6 of the just because they were reissued 5 times, then by all means go ahead, buy them. Yeah, see these see this KLM, this KLM 737 and their retro livery. It was easy to buy. It was easy to buy. It was easy to buy when when did I buy this? Last year, so about 6 months ago, when it came out. But I assume it's gonna, if you give it time, in about 2 or 3 years, they're gonna be hard to find, because everyone loves retro liveries, the retro jets. Everyone loves them. They just you don't sell stuff like this. You buy it and then you keep it. It's, I don't know. Same thing with the Iberia one. Another one that is not hard to find. If you're patient enough, you'll find it. I'm very much into retro jets, so you don't want to have an entire. You wanna add add a little bit of color to your miniature airport. So you don't want the Iberia, the yellow and red, all over your airport. I love to mix them up. Sometimes I will take pictures of my miniature airport with retro jets only. Might sound weird, but yeah. There you go. Concords, usually easy to find in the 500 scale, no problem. If you're fussy about registration, yeah, you can find. This is, I think this is BOAD. You can find the other ones as well, and even the old Air France blue one, the Pepsi one. Even that's easy to find. Just it's just a matter of you paying the price that's being asked for them. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to end this video here, and I'll think about some more stuff to talk about and come back with another video. What's this? Let's see. Oh yeah, the Gemini jets, the Gemini Max, the military ones. They're usually easy to find. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like there's too many of them. I think it's because no one wants to build a miniature military airport. Everyone goes for a civilian one, which is why there's loads of VC-10s and C-17s and Hercules, and there's a lot of. The only ones that are very hard to find are the small fighters. Usually Herpa does them a lot. I do have a MiG-21. There's loads of F-16s and F-15s available. So yeah, that's it for today. Again, if anyone knows anything about limited edition models, please leave your comments on and I'm very interested. This is a very important subject for me, and I assume it will be for loads of other people. Because you can't just keep buying Dragon Wings forever and ever, and some people just hate Dragon Wings. There's collectors out there who want to buy nothing but Gemini jets. They're Gemini jets. They will look at you like something's wrong with you if you buy Dragon Wings. I just bought loads of them because I wanted them. I wanted to expand my collection, and the cheapest way to add new aircraft to your collection is to buy Dragon Wings. You can buy them very cheaply, even if they're like special livery 777s or whatever. They're usually easy to find, so yeah, for someone who's on a low